Well, maybe just to start with, getting down, narrowing your roster down a little bit, but to kind of get a little bit closer to what you're going to see on opening day. I mean, is this kind of obviously the natural progression of training camp, but,
Yeah,
but good to see it.
It was, that progression of going into the third or the second phase of it all. When you're playing that many games tight like that, you're using two teams really when you look at it. So now we'll tighten it up and take the next step.
Is there a message to a lot of those guys today that'll turn their attention to Wranglers camp, or is it pretty self-explanatory?
The 18 players that went today is it's really clear. They all had good camps. They fall clearly into three different brackets. I think there's entry levels, guys. They're out of entry level, and then the older group. And there's guys in every group that were really good. Quite honest, there's guys in that group that outperform guys that are still here, but because of age or the way their contracts are. So, it's a good group, and you could tell they're the right type of guys.
And now it's about taking that next step as the season goes along. Wherever.
I think again, it's different brackets. Those guys that are, we had a couple of them were first-year guys, but then there's guys that are second-year guys that got to take a big step, and they had good camps. Quite honest, Connor Zari was really good, and we still have the one boy here, defenseman. Boy, it's a good player. So, it's good shape that way. Schwint that we got that came in the trade, it's a good player. So Dustin's still here, is a good player. So, there's guys at each position that they got to take that next step. And the guys that are in those entry levels that maybe weren't quite as good at this camp, they got work to do. That's the evolution of a young player.
Would Jacob Pelche fit that last category, a guy who maybe didn't show everything he wanted to during this camp?
Maybe he did. I mean, literally all the attention is from the outside, not from the inside, right? All the evaluations and all the what is said about doesn't come from the inside. It's tough to go to the next level, right? Very simple. There's size, strength, knowledge. Everybody's got lots to work on, and that's a good example.
I understand it's just been one practice, but what makes Dylan Dubé a potential fit alongside Kadri and Mangiapane there?
Because nobody else has yet. Not one. So I know Dylan. I trust Dylan. He can play all three. As I told him this morning, play all three positions. I'm not sure which one it is yet.